Interscholastic Unified Sports Indoor Bocce competition between the Solanco Golden Mules team number 2 and the Columbia Crimson Tide. The teams just went through their coin toss to see which team will go first. If you're new to the sport, this opening roll is to see where the Polino is placed, and that will be the objective of the game, how close you can get your team's bocce balls to the Polino, and whichever team is in, meaning the closest team, will get points registered based on how many balls they have inside the nearest opponent's ball. Columbia had 2 chances to roll there. Both of the rolls went outside of the designated landing zone, so the turn will alternate to Solanco. And as you can see on the scoreboard on the lower left of the screen, it's a 30-minute running clock where they will play 2 games and then a golden game if needed. I think historically we were able to get through 5 to 7 rounds of play in that 30 minutes. So as you'll see with the first roll, green being the only ball on the court, it is automatically considered in. So now Solanco rolling the red will roll to see if they are in, and the team that is in maintains possession and will roll every single time until they are out of bocce balls to roll. You have Mr. Hamill and Mr. Rourke refereeing the event. If they think the bocces are close enough, they will do a measurement to see who is in. Red was in on the second shot. Third shot, green is going to take over possession. So green, as it stands, will have 1 point on the board. Solanco, 3 balls left to roll in this frame. Nice roll there for Solanco. That's going to kiss up against the Polino, push it a little bit further down the court, but red well in position to pick up points here in game number 1. Shot there by Columbia will be their closest ball, but red, Solanco will maintain possession. It's kind of opposites there. Columbia Crimson Tide are red, but they are rolling the green bocce. Solanco in yellow rolling the red bocce. That's a good roll there for Columbia. A strike. Solanco's bocce pushing it out of the way, and green will be in. So with 2 rolls to go, Solanco will try to put a bocce here in play. position, but where that red one lies, it may knock out a few points. Hamill and Rourke coming out for a measurement here to see which ball is in. They're going to measure a few of them. And this will determine which team and how many points are picked up here in the opening frame. Decision has been rendered.
The frame was won by Columbia, who scored 1 point.
Columbia deemed to be in and pick up 1 point here for the opening frame. So Columbia will lead 1-0. First frame took about 7 minutes, and again, they get 30 minutes in total, and they can finish the final frame they are in. So if we reach time expired, they will finish whatever current frame they are working on. As it stands, we might get through 4 frames in this first round of play. In frame number 2, Columbia, with the opening roll of the Polino there, we'll see where it lies. As long as it stops, it is indeed in between the green stripe at half court and the second green stripe down near the 3-point line. You just got to land it in between that zone and play can commence. Opening roll of the frame here. Great opening roll. Green probably 6 or 7 feet from the Polino there. Solanco will have to be on their game in this second frame if they want to try to even the score or possibly pick up some extra points and a lead. First Solanco roll not quite hard enough. Columbia will be in. Second roll on its way. It's going to be closer, but unfortunately not quite close enough. It's maybe 4 feet behind Columbia's green bocce. Solanco with 2 rolls left here in frame number 2. That third roll bounced off of one of Solanco's bocces, but it ends up helping them as slowing the momentum and allowing Solanco to take over the in position. No measurement needed. So as it stands, Columbia has 3 rolls left in the frame. Solanco sitting on 1 point currently here in the frame. Good roll there by Columbia, gets them in position to pick up another point, they're going to have to knock that that red Solanco ball out of the way. But 2 balls in for Columbia, and both of them were pretty good. Third ball goes long to the back wall. Solanco still maintains the in position. We've reached 19 minutes left here in game number 1. Third shot just misses left of the Polino. That would have put Columbia with the in position. So now Solanco, 1 ball left. We'll see if they're able to pick up an additional point. Fourth and final ball for Solanco works its way down, but it's just going to be 1 point here for Solanco in the second frame. That'll knot things up 1-1.
The second frame was won by Solanco, who scored 1 point. That makes our game score Solanco 1, Columbia 1.
18 minutes to go here in game number 1, and that second frame ended up being fairly quickly played. I think they spent about 5 total minutes on that frame. So we'll see if we can get to 5 or so total frames played. Solanco won the frame, so they will get to roll the Polino. It finds its way into the proper landing zone, and Solanco will take the first shot of frame number 3. That ball ends up right at about half court, just over it. The first shot can often be the most intimidating. There's no other bocces on the floor to work with. First shot of the frame for Columbia almost hits the Polino, but rolls long, will end up near the backstop. So Solanco with the in position as Columbia gets ready to fire shot number 2. This is a good ball here for Columbia. That one's gonna end up within a couple of feet of the Polino. Columbia again rolling green. They are in right now, 1 point in the frame. Solanco's got 3 shots remaining. Second shot there by Solanco is good. It's close. Touches the Polino, pushes it a little bit. It's going to be pretty close. We'll see if they want to go with a measurement. Referees rule that red is in, so Columbia will roll. 2 rolls left in the frame. That's a good roll. Good defensive play there. You see that clears out Solanco's point. Those type of tactics are used in similar games like shuffleboard, curling, etc. You try to clear out the opponent's points and leave whatever device you are rolling or shuffling as close as you can. Good ball there by Solanco, just a little long. Columbia is in. Solanco will have their last ball of the frame. Just over the halfway mark here. 14 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Solanco ball splits Columbia's green ball and the Polino and goes long. Columbia will have one ball left, so as it stands, they have 1 point, but we've seen strange things happen. If they accidentally hit their own ball, Solanco could pick up points still. Good ball there by Columbia, giving them a chance at 2 points in the frame. They'll pick up at least one, and then there'll be a measurement for the other two.
The third frame is won by Columbia, who scored 1 point. That makes our match score Solanco 1, Columbia 2.
As you may have heard there, Zach Snyder on the PA. Columbia picks up 1 point in the third frame, and that measurement was close, within what sounded like a half a foot or so. Keeps Columbia to just 1 point and a 1 point advantage in game number 1. With Columbia winning frame number 3, they'll get a chance to roll the Polino. It's got some speed on it. We'll see if it checks up here. Stays within the intended barrier. It's gonna be close, but it will indeed stop. Ends up about a foot away from that green line, 3/4 of the way down the court. So Columbia will lead it off, going left to right in their first of 4 shots. First shot is a good roll. And that will give Columbia a competitive in position. Solanco with their answer in the the fourth frame, first shot. That one will roll right up behind the Columbia ball. So the good news there for Solanco, they're in that back position. I don't think Columbia would try to knock it out of the way, as they would risk their own ball getting hit. Solanco's second roll will take over the in position. So Solanco sitting on 1 point for the current frame. Columbia makes their second roll. It works its way in there. It's gonna be close. It's closer vertically to the Polino, but the red bocce of Solanco just inside. Columbia with 2 rolls left. Another good roll by Columbia. This one just a little strong. It's going to be too far lengthwise, so 1 opportunity remains here for Columbia. They'll have to either go inside or knock that red Solanco ball out of the way. This one might come down to a measurement here. It looks like green might be in, though. We'll see. So there you go. Final Columbia ball of the frame. And they take over the in position. Solanco ball number 3. That one hits Columbia's ball, potentially giving them 2 points in the frame. And red will have one more shot here. That one off the rip looks like it's gonna be short, so here at the end of 4, my guess is Columbia's going to pick up 4-1 lead if they get 2 points here in the frame. They will measure it to make sure it is official.
Columbia scored 2 points in the 4th frame.
So indeed, as we see it, it is determined. Columbia leads 4-1. Just under 8 minutes left in game number 1, so Solanco's going to have to rally here. At most, there will be 2 frames left. And this one would probably have to go pretty quick to do it, but we have seen 5-minute frames before. Ball ruled in for Columbia. And a strong opening roll of the fifth frame for Columbia. Solanco's opening roll of frame number 5 works its way down. Columbia remains in the in position after Solanco's first roll. Solanco's second roll, though, will take over the in position. That ball sat up nicely against that side rail. Good ball here from Columbia. Might push Solanco's out of the way. No. It finds the crevice between the rail and Solanco's red bocce. This is going to end up being a bank shot and might work out in Columbia's favor. Takes some of the momentum off of the ball, and they will be what I assume is in likely in position. Close enough for a measurement, though. Columbia takes over in position. I believe that was by about 3 inches. good roll here for Solanco. Just catches the edge of the Columbia ball. I think Columbia's probably still slightly in, and the referees agree with the call. Solanco, one shot remains in frame 5. And unfortunately, that ball splits Solanco's red bocce, Columbia's green bocce, and the Polino. So with one shot left, Columbia with an opportunity to pick up a couple more points here. Final ball works its way down. And I believe that's just going to be 1 point for Columbia, but again, that puts them up potentially 5-1.
Columbia scored 1 point in the 5th frame.
So there you have it, 1 point for Columbia. They are up 5-1. 3 minutes to go here in game number 1. And it looks like they will indeed play one more frame. Solanco would have to be perfect here in frame number 6. They need all 4 points to tie. Columbia's roll, first roll, is going to be strong. Again, has to end up between that middle green tape and the 3/4 green tape. So you got 1 roll to go. This one looks like it has the momentum to get over half court. It does, so that one will put us in play here for a 6th and final frame of game 1.
Officials, this is your 2-minute warning. Please complete the current frame.
PA announcer Zach Snyder just announcing that the 2 minutes is the cutoff for that final frame of the game. They got the Polino in place. Ball 1 is out, so they will finish this 6th frame. So again, Solanco has to be perfect with all 4 balls here. First one bumps the Polino, but it is ruled. Solanco is in, so 1 ball down, 1 point achieved at the moment. Second roll for Columbia is going to be short. So Solanco certainly has a shot. Columbia probably going to be looking to either push the Solanco ball out, which they are able to do. It's going to come down to a measurement, but it might knock one of the points out of the way. We'll see. It certainly gives Solanco an advantageous position. We'll see where this 4th and final ball goes. This one is going to be Columbia's closest. They will take over the in position, I believe. So Solanco's going to need to knock that green ball out of the way and keep the 3 shots in. roll there for I believe Solanco lost a roll there. I'm not sure if the player crossed the line or did not roll it overhand. Maybe they bounced it overhand. Either way, the ball had to come off the court. So, with only 3 balls on the court, Solanco will not be able to win game number 1. We'll see what the damage ends up being. Good final roll there for Solanco. It looks like it's going to be 1 point for Columbia and possibly a 6-1 game 1 victory. We'll see after the Hamill and Rourke measurement.
Columbia scored 1 point in the 6th frame. The final score of our first game was Solanco 1, Columbia 6.
So there you have it. Columbia Crimson Tide win game number 1, 6-1. 30 minutes will go back on the clock for game number 2. We'll see if either team makes any substitutions. Solanco has 2 teams worth of players here, so they may make a couple changes. The coaches will talk it over with the players. And it looks like there will be some changes made. I believe Columbia brought just 1 team. Solanco again has 2. And Solanco does make a full substitution there. I believe that's 7 new players for Solanco. Just under 3 minutes left in intermission. And again, Solanco swapped out 7 fresh bodies on the court. No fatigue from rolling the bocces. Endurance levels should be to the max. We'll see if they are dialed in and focused as they try to even up the score here with Columbia. Again, we would like to Thank you for tuning in to the Interscholastic Unified Sports Indoor Bocce Competition match. And this match is partnered with the Special Olympics of Pennsylvania. We thank them for their support. And locally, some of the sponsors here of Solanco Athletics: CR Labs Family Restaurant, 3-Ring Automotive Repair, the Katie Hall team at Berkshire Hathaway, Stewart Enterprises for all your outdoor needs, Dolce Vita Pizzeria and Grill, that's about as authentic tasting pizza as you can get. And on the visiting side, Susquehanna Ford and Rhodes Energy. We appreciate all of the sponsors' contributions in not only keeping the broadcast running, but in general, the athletic department, student athletes, and Solanco School District as a whole appreciates the generous contributions. And here we go, getting ready for game number 2. Teams are at their benches and ready to go. The first frame will go right to left.
We are about to start our second game here. Game 2 will feature from Columbia, Max Brommer, Cameron McClare, Camden Broadbeck, Samia Anderson, Haley Giles, Judah Ross, and Dylan Harmon. For Solanco in Game 2, it'll be Team 1, which is Gabby Pine, Evan Magnus, Kylie Kaufman, Macy Miller, Harley Hendrickson, Caitlin Masterson, and Evan Clifford. For Columbia, the captains will be Cameron Broadbeck and Dylan Harmon. And for Solanco, it'll be Gabby Pine and Evan Clifford. Captains, please meet the official at the service line for the coin toss.
Lineups for game number 2 announced. Again, Columbia will trot out the same lineup that just defeated Solanco in game number 1. Solanco switches from Team 2 to Team 1. Solanco will get to roll the Polino here in game number 2. Bounces off the side wall, works its way up top and ends up in a good position. And that will get things started here as Solanco gets the first roll of the first frame in game number 2. Ball works its way. Maybe 8 feet or so away from the Polino, giving them the initial in position. Bank shot there from Columbia. That will give them the in position with their first shot. Very strategic, well-placed ball there from Columbia. Again, using that sidewall to slow the momentum. Second shot from Solanco goes long. So again, the nice thing, Solanco, fresh bodies on the floor, no mental fatigue, no physical fatigue, arms raring and ready to go. But again, gym floors roll at different speeds, so Columbia already has a feel for the court and how the bocces roll. Solanco, it might take them a frame to find their footing. Solanco with one roll left here in the opening frame. Columbia with the in position. Good ball here from Solanco. Just misses. That will give Columbia the chance to put a few more points on the board here. Outside of Columbia's green ball, it is wide open by that Polino. The one thing you want to make sure doesn't happen, you don't want to knock the bocce or the Polino down the floor and cost your team points. Third ball here from Columbia. That one is just kind of delicately tossed away. At least with that particular shot, Columbia seems content to get out of here with a point. We'll see if their final shot is the same. That one is a bank shot as well. I like the strategy, kills the momentum, and Columbia is going to pick up 2 points here in frame number 1 of game number 2.
Columbia scored 2 points in the first frame.
So there you have it, 26 minutes to go in game number 2. Columbia is in a groove. The Crimson Tide are rolling. 2-0 lead after frame 1. And again, they won that first game 6-1. Or sorry, yeah, 6-1. They won that first frame, or the final frame. They scored 1 point. And I put them up 6-1. Action moves left to right here in frame number 2. Columbia won the frame. They'll get the toss of the Polino as it works its way down. That one will lay up there right by the 3-point line. Good shot. It's going to require a nice throw down the pipe to pick up points. Columbia's first ball works its way down and will check up near the red line on the court, giving them the initial in position. And this will be 4 fresh throws from the other part of the Solanco team. Good throw there by Solanco. Might be just a smidge long. We'll see if they decide to measure it out for in position. Hamill and Rourke are going to talk it over, and it looks like they will go to the measurement. So Solanco with the in position. The shot went long, but was still close enough to pick up points. Good roll here by Columbia. Should be able to retake the in position, and they do. That ball is right in the line with the Polino. So Solanco will have up to 3 shots here to try to regain positioning. Good ball there from Solanco. Green is just inside, but could certainly give Solanco the potential for multiple points. Third shot for Solanco. That one's gonna just miss on the high side. And it'll work its way all the way almost to the backstop. So Solanco has 1 ball remaining. They're talking over a little bit of strategy here, I think. Whether they maybe want to knock the Polino or just try to get inside positioning and pick up a point. Either way, good ball there from Solanco. Solanco with the in positioning, so as it stands, they'll be able to pick up a point, but Columbia has 2 opportunities to get back inside. That Columbia ball helped Solanco out. So it'll be an interesting toss here. That ball goes just through. And Solanco will be able to pick up what I believe is 2 points and potentially knot things up here 2-2 after 2 in game number 2.
Solanco scored 2 points in the second frame.
So there you have it. Suspicion confirmed. Solanco knots it up 2-2 as we start frame number 3. 20 minutes to go here in game number 2. Solanco will have one more home match, and that will come against Lebanon in early January. So feel free to catch us here on the Solanco Sports Network for that. You can find all of our sports broadcasts on the Solanco YouTube page in upcoming live streams. For the winter season, we do the Unified Indoor Bocce boys and girls varsity basketball and varsity wrestling. Solanco here in frame number 3 with the in position. Columbia going back to that bank shot. That one kind of runs right down that side rail. And again, great shot. Good ball there from Solanco with the answer. So that puts the pressure on Columbia as the game is knotted up 2-2. That roll will fall short. A third roll here from Columbia. And that one goes just wide. Had the power there, looking like the intent was to knock the Polino out of the way. So again, Solanco here, frame number 3, with the opportunity to pick up an additional point and take the lead. Columbia's last shot goes just wide high. So as long as Solanco doesn't do anything crazy here with their final 2 rolls of the frame, they are in position to pick up at least 1 point. That one goes just in between. 1 ball remaining here for Solanco in the frame. And that one will go as long as well, but the good news, Solanco picks up a point, and after 3 frames, they are up by a score of 3-2.
Solanco scored 1 point in the third frame.
As we get things set for the 4th frame of action, we've reached just about the midway point. So again, Solanco already surpassing the amount of points they scored last game, and we are only 3 frames in. And with that frame victory, Solanco tosses the opening Polino shot. And it falls within the acceptable boundary. And a great opening shot there from Solanco as well. So Columbia will have their work cut out for them here in frame number 4. And they might be up to the challenge there. Great first ball. And for my money, that's taking over the in position. Columbia's been confident with the majority of their rolls so far. Really putting the pressure on Solanco here to defend home court. Second shot for Solanco falls short. That'll lead them to a third opportunity. That one looks good off the get up. Unfortunately, it slows up as quickly as it got going. And Columbia with one shot left here in the frame. Or sorry, Solanco with one shot left here in the frame. We'll see if they can take over the in position. Good roll there from Solanco. Just a little heavy on the hand. And rolls just by Columbia's shot. So Columbia, with 3 balls remaining, will have a shot to not only tie the game, but potentially take the lead if they can get another ball inside Solanco's closest shot. Second Columbia shot is long. Third shot looking promising. Might roll a little long though. That one might end up, I don't think it needs a measurement, but they at least have the outside possibility of 2 points there. And the final shot of frame number 4. That one will come down to how quickly it stops. And unfortunately, that one rolls by Columbia's third shot, so we'll see if they
Columbia scored 1 point in the 4th frame.
measure it, and they do not. So each team, after 4 frames, Solanco picked up 2 points. In one game, 2 points for Columbia in another game. Solanco and Columbia matched that way, so after 4 frames, we are knotted up 3 apiece. Looks like there was a timeout called on the court. Clock is stopped at 10:42. Again, 4 frames down. Could come into a little strategy at play here. Columbia, if they're able to win this game clean, would have the 2-0 victory over Solanco. If Solanco wins, we could end up with a golden game. So we'll see how things transpire here in the last 10 minutes of play. So the clock has restarted. And we will now start game number 5. Or sorry, frame number 5 of game number 2. Columbia won the previous frame, so they place the Polino and the opening shot of the frame. And it's a good opening shot there for Columbia. That ball just keeps creeping closer and closer. No more than a foot away from the Polino, so Solanco will have their work cut out for them. This frame must be played in the next 7 minutes to be done within the 2-minute warning. Good shot there by Solanco. Columbia just inside. Second shot by Solanco. Also a good one. Just long, but in any other frame, Solanco would have themselves a couple of points. So they're down to their third shot of the frame. That ball is going to roll just by, but again, 3 great shots in frame number 5. But the gauntlet had been laid. That ball rolls just by. It was a defensive roll trying to knock the Columbia green bocce out of the way. So Columbia now in position. They'll need good rolls to do it, but they have an opportunity to put multiple points on the board. That roll is not going to work its way down the court far enough. So as it stands, 2 rolls remain in the frame. Columbia 1 point pending. That has the potential for a second Columbia point. I believe it's still just going to be 1 point, possibly pending a measurement. And a 4th and final roll of the frame. Again, another good frame. This might have been the best overall frame we've seen. 7 of the 8 rolls are very close.
Columbia scored 1 point in the 5th frame.
And again, all of the rolls very solid. Columbia's just able to pick up the 1, but it does give them a 4-3 lead after 5 frames. Another timeout has been called. So with 6:26 to go, Solanco is down 1. This frame will need to be played in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So in all likelihood, it will be the final frame. clock has restarted. Good opening roll there by Columbia. Polino is placed, and they will make their opening roll of frame number 6. That one ends up a bit short. So Solanco puts themselves in a good spot here. Solanco with the in position and a shot to pick up a point. Columbia will have the opportunity to pick up the in position. Good roll there. That's probably going to give Columbia the in. That might be roll of the day. Five inches is what I'm calling that. Away from the Polino as Columbia coming in clutch. Columbia still with the in position. 2 balls left for each team. That one's going to roll long for Solanco. Red's got one last shot at it here, and then Columbia will have an opportunity to capitalize. And the pace of play has been quick coming out of the timeout, so they will likely get one additional frame in. We shall see. See if they measure it. They do measure it.
Columbia scored 2 points in the 6th frame.
Columbia picks up 2 points in the 6th frame. We are right on top of that 2-minute warning, but I believe they will have started this frame.
This is the 2-minute warning. Please complete the final frame.
So there will be one final frame. Columbia leads 6-3, so Solanco will need 3 or 4 points in this final frame. Good opening placement of the Polino there. And Columbia will Get the first roll of the final frame. Again, Solanco will need 3 points to tie. Good first roll there. Knocks the Polino down the court a little bit, so we're going to need some strong rolls. Polino actually, with the bench seating there, is kind of out of the way. We'll see how they rule this. Red is in, so we'll see if Columbia is able to gain position with any of their rolls. Again, the Polino is an inch or two past the green stripe. They might gain position with that one. We'll see if it goes to a measurement or not. A rule, red is in, so again, one more shot for Columbia, and then Solanco will have 3 rolls of their own. That ball's going to work its way in. Solanco Polino knocked, or sorry, the red Solanco Bocce knocked out of the way. So green is in. All 3 of these balls that Solanco rolls will need to gain in position for Solanco to have an opportunity here. That one will not do it, so they're going to have to knock the Polino down into that corner where the other 2 are. That would certainly be the strategy I would use. Solanco's 3rd ball of the frame works its way down. That just outside of the in position. And again, if Solanco can push that final shot all the way down, they might be good to go. We'll see. 4th and final ball from Solanco. Unfortunately, not gonna do it. We'll see how many points Columbia ends up with, but either way, Columbia likely gonna end up with multiple points in this frame. They'll win games 1 and 2 and come away with the victory in today's contest. We'll wait for the official word. Additionally, if you're looking for anything else to do in the district this week, the high school holiday concert is tomorrow at 7 p.m. here at the high school. And Friday, varsity basketball. So, a holiday concert tomorrow, varsity basketball on Friday. Final score of game number 2, Columbia 9, Solanco 3. Columbia wins both games of the match. Comes to the Golden Mules and takes game 1, takes game 2, wins the match. We